Hi everyone, this is one of my most requested videos, and I've mentioned previously in other videos that the Pentel Pocket Brush Pen, or the Pentel Brush Pen, does run out of ink alarmingly fast. And anyone who has this pen will know that they run out very, very quickly. So the refills look like this, and you get 4 Cartridge FP10 in a pack. And they're the pigment ink that's used in the Pentel Brush Pen. So these aren't that expensive, but when you're going through the amount of ink that this uses, these do tend to run a little bit expensive. So I did a recent video, a previous video, sorry, not recent, about refilling a brush pen or a water brush with inks. And so ever since, I've been waiting to sort of get the opportunity to try and refill this, because I've heard a lot of people say that it is refillable with regular ink. So instead of using these, I'll keep these in my pencil case because I tend to use this a lot at conventions to do on-table commissions. I will keep these in my pencil case so that if I run out on the fly, I could just like swap it in. So it says use of other cartridges may adversely affect performance. Uh-oh. But I've heard so many success stories with refilling the Pentel Brush Pen, so let's give it a go. If it balks it up, then you know, uh-oh, I'll just have to buy a new one. So this is the ink that I use for, I'm practicing Japanese sumi-e drawings at the moment. And this is, I think it's Chinese, because it's written in Chinese. That's Japanese, I think. So it could be Chinese or Japanese, I'm not too sure. But it's called Yidege or Yidege. I don't know. It's a weird sort of, you could just see it on the label there. And I got this on Amazon. It wasn't cheap, but it is an Asian, Chinese or Japanese ink, and that's exactly what I wanted. And this is very quick drying, absolutely beautiful. There's the bottle inside, and it's very good for using with actual legitimate Japanese brushes for painting. Yeah, so let's try and refill, because I know that this is waterproof. It's actually a very similar ink to what's in here. So if I can find this again on Amazon, I'll put a link in the description below, and you can try and find it. If not, just experiment with inks yourself. I know it's a lot to ask for when you've spent that much on an ink, spent that much on a pen, and you don't want to like experiment with too many inks. But like if you get different inks, for example, I have the Winsor & Newton Black non-waterproof Indian ink, and that I wouldn't put in here because it's not the kind of ink that I like. And I suppose in theory any sort of ink, such as a lot of you know that I'm a big fan of the Diamine fountain pen inks. As far as I'm aware, fountain pen inks, liquid inks, will go through pens such as this without clogging. So in theory, I could probably put these into this and it would work fine. I'm not going to try that because I don't want a coloured one. But also Diamine ink is not waterproof, so yeah, we'll try it. Let's see. So very quickly, I'm just going to say that I actually have a art syringe. So if anyone is put off by the sight of needles, I advise to not watch the video any further. But I'm going to use an art syringe to refill the cartridge inside here. And it looks like this. It comes with a needle. The needles aren't sharp enough to pierce, well, I don't know, you could probably press hard enough. It's sharp, but it wouldn't, I wouldn't be able to inject myself with it, basically. And yes, so I got this as a present from a friend who I'll ask her where she got it from, because I know it's probably a bit difficult to go searching for syringes online. I've heard that you can use them to refill printer cartridges, so maybe that's something you can look for. But yes, so these are the tools I'm going to use to refill my Pentel Brush Pen. The other thing that bothers me about the Pentel Brush Pen is the fact that when you throw out these cartridges, it is technically a waste, and it will have, as small as the impact is, the impact on the environment that you are refilling these will be, you know, it's a lot more sustainable. So this is what the ink tanks look like regularly. Well, empty, so yes, regularly. Ooh, burn. I just wish they made a longer one, like a higher capacity. Maybe it's because I use it too much, but I've heard the same thing from other people. So, yes, it's the FP10, and I'm not going to wash it out because, like I said, the ink consistency of this ink is very similar to the Pentel Brush Pen. And I've pushed and pushed and pushed this until it is absolutely rottenly empty. So, I've been sat here. This is the point that it's at now. I mean, some sides of the brush still have ink, so it's very, very dry. And I will leave this video probably for a week or two. So if you're watching this now, I did this a few weeks ago and it was a success. So if this isn't a success and it does clog my brush pen, obviously you won't be seeing this video. Okay, so I'm just going to fix this onto here. Ooh. There we go. So I have some ink in there. I'm very slowly going to put this in because I have no idea like how fast this will fill up. Whoa, 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 okay. So I'll put that there. It's got quite a bit of ink in it. And it should click in when it's done. Okay, it feels very cold. And I'll leave that for a few seconds and then we'll try it out. Oh, I'm so scared that I'm going to ruin my pen. Okay, so the ink isn't that bad actually. It has a thinner consistency. I can feel that this ink does have a thinner consistency to Pentel's own. So I can look into Pentel inks. I feel like I have to go slower to get a smoother line. But yes, there you have it. I've just refilled my Pentel brush pen. It seems to be absolutely fine. So like I said, I'll give it about a week to test it, make sure it's not clogged. And thanks for watching, guys. And if you've got any questions about this or any of the other brush pens or inks that I talk about, leave them in the comment section. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Or I could just drop everything. Bye, guys. It'd be really cool if I was prepared. Refilled my, oh, and I've spilled ink. Oh god. It comes off, don't worry.